Hello my friends, Aimee Esther here, and today we have the Q&A that never ends. We are on part 3 of my Q&A. I feel like I have answered so many questions and I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. In fact, I think it's my favorite videos to make are the Q&As because I just kind of show up and chat with you and answer your questions and it's fun. But there were a lot of them, so if you missed part 1 and 2, you can go watch those. But yeah, let's just get started with Life with Chronic Illness questions for Aimee Esther, part 3. Let's go. All right, let's just dive into the questions. If you're new here, I'm Aimee Esther. I have several chronic illnesses, and I make videos about life with chronic illness. You can learn about all my chronic illnesses in the links below, and as always, leave me some comments if you have more questions for me, and I'll add them to a future Q&A video. But let's see if we can get through these today. Okay, first question. How to educate loved ones about your chronic illnesses and how to advocate for your needs with professionals or during outings in public. Okay, I feel like I definitely need a whole video on this. So yeah, we need to do a whole video on this, and I promise that I will. I have so many videos to make for you. It just never ends, which is amazing, and I love it. But let's just get a quick answer here, and then we'll go into detail in a future video. If you have more questions about this specific topic, please leave them in the comments, and I'll add it to that future video, so that we can make sure we get all of your questions answered. Because I feel like I'm really good at this. So my first advice for you is to stop trying to make other people understand. Like, I know that seems like opposite. That's literally what your question was saying. But if it doesn't matter if they get it. It only matters if you get it. So for me, when I stopped thinking like, I need to explain this to other people. Like, I need to explain to them what fibromyalgia is, or they'll think I'm just complaining. I need to explain to them what POTS is. They don't get it. They don't know what it is. They need to get it. Why do they need to get it? First is the question I'd ask myself. Like, my husband, yeah, I probably want him to understand so that, since he's with me all the time, right? But like other people, they don't really need to get it. They don't need to understand the details. I could talk about it all day. Obviously, I have a YouTube channel, so for me, I guess I just say, go to my YouTube channel if you want to learn. Just kidding. But like, I literally could talk about it all day, and it's super fun for me. So I just kind of read the room if people want to talk about it. A lot of times if someone has a chronic illness, they are wanting to talk to me. We usually open up more. But there's some people that they act like I'm complaining, and I'm like, cool. You think I'm complaining? I don't think I'm complaining. Yeah, okay, that's a lie. Sometimes I am complaining. That's truth. But sometimes I'm like, yeah, they don't get it, and that's okay, and they don't have to get it. I get it. Like, why do they need to get it? They don't. So that's my big advice there, is to just allow people their own thoughts and feelings about you and stop trying to control them, because when we let that go, it's actually a lot easier to communicate with them. It's a lot easier to explain your illness when you're not trying to make them get it. You're just explaining what you think they need to know, and you let all the rest go. That's how I like to do it. It seems to work for me, as well as some of the clients that I have worked with. Just let it go. Let it go. And then advocating for yourself with professionals. Okay, again, if you let go of them needing to understand it, then it'll be a lot easier for you to figure out what to do. So for example, if you go into a doctor and you're like, hey, I think I have POTS, and here's why. And they're like, no, I don't know what that is. Or no, you don't have that. And they're not listening to you, or they think you're complaining. They're like, no, that's not a real thing, or that's not a real symptom. That symptom doesn't matter. Then when you decide that, wait, they don't need to get it, I need to get it, then you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to a different doctor. And it's easier to make that decision than if you're like trying to explain it to them and you're just getting upset and you're getting mad and you think they need to get it. Then you're just going to sit there and waste your time and energy trying to get this person to understand when they don't want to understand and they don't understand, right? So to me, I think you just need to take out the responsibility of helping other people understand it. Trust yourself. love yourself, maybe other people won't give you the things that you need for your chronic illness. Maybe they won't understand. Maybe you need to get up from your desk and walk around every hour, and your doctor, I mean, I guess if you work at a doctor's office, your boss does not get it, then what are you going to do? Well, if it doesn't matter if they get it or not, then maybe you just get up and do it anyway. Maybe you just tell them instead of ask them. You just say, hey, I have this condition. I need to get up every hour. And they're like, that's not a real thing. You're complaining. You're trying to get out of work. You're like, no, I'm not. And if you think that I am, I'm happy to, count how many minutes I am going on that walk every hour. And then I will work extra after. Like, it's not as big of a deal as we make it seem. There's so much drama that we add to these situations. No. I just realized I forgot to blur my background, you guys. Oh, dear. Oh, man, I'm so mad at myself. I actually filmed multiple videos, and I didn't blur my background. That was so dumb. Okay, fine. So if you can just be there for you and stop thinking that someone else needs to be there for you, just you be there for you. And then it's easier to figure out what to do in those situations. And again, I know that's easier said than done, but if this is something you're really struggling with, please let me know in the comments below and I'll make a whole video about it because, it's important and it makes a big difference when you are advocating for yourself. Okay, next question. Does religion or faith help you get through life or tough times? 110%. So I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it's the reason for my happiness and my joy. I love being a member of this faith. I 1,000% believe this is the true church, and it's everything for me. I don't know how else to explain it. I often sometimes I get nervous that I don't want to sound preachy by talking about my religion or my faith, but it is such a huge part of my life. And it's not that I'm not wanting you guys to know about it or anything. I mean, I do talk about it a lot if it comes up naturally. I just never want people to think that, that I'm just trying to be too preachy. But the truth is I will answer literally any question you have about the church. I love it so much. And my faith is what keeps me going on the hard days. It's a part of my life every single day. And to me, religion is not about Sunday. It's not about going to church and doing, being a Sunday Christian, if you will. It's about integrating it into every part of your life. And to me, my faith it's part of everything. It's what holds me together. It's what holds my family together. In fact, literally, I believe that families can be together forever and beyond the veil that we'll be together. And so, yes, it literally holds us together. And I'm sealed to my husband for time and all eternity that we will be together literally forever. He is stuck with me forever. But it keeps me going, and just knowing that there's an afterlife and that there are loved ones that are waiting for me, that are cheering me on, and all of that, it gets me through the hard days. So yes, my faith gets me through the tough times, and it is everything to me. So if you're interested more about my faith, I will link down below just some information to maybe uplift you if you are struggling, things that have really helped me, some talks or quotes or whatever that have really helped me in my faith. I will leave that linked in the description below. Okay, next question. What are the symptoms you get while standing with POTS? Dizziness, fatigue. I get a lot of muscle pain. My muscles ache really bad. That's probably the biggest one, is that I get a lot of leg pain. My muscles ache. Migraines, headaches, GI issues. Pain everywhere. My feet turn purple. That's probably the main symptoms I get when I stand. Did you ever get confirmation what you have from a rheumatologist? I've been to literally every doctor you can think of. I'm sure I've been to one. I think I've been to all of them. I don't know. I feel like I've been to every specialist there is. And yeah, I mean, I got diagnosed from my doctors, but most of the things that I deal with, my doctors haven't been able to help me with. And they just try to throw medications at me that give me terrible side effects. So I've tried a lot. I've tried more holistic. I've tried going to different types of doctors, same specialist. I've tried it all, and they just don't really seem to help me that much. So I mostly do things on my own now, which may work for you, may not, but that's what I do, and it seems to help the most. Next question, will you come back to Instagram? Possibly. I've thought about it. I don't have a smartphone anymore, so I wouldn't be doing like stories and stuff most likely, but I thought about posting through like a third-party service, just because I love to share with you guys, and I know there's a lot of people who don't get on YouTube that want help, and so yeah, I'm thinking about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I've thought about it. Thought about posting on Instagram again. I saw you were moving. Are you looking for a house that's more chronic illness friendly? If so, what are the best things to look for? Yes. In fact, we've been accepted for our offer. We have not yet closed yet, but we have had our offer accepted on a new house, and it is a Rambler, which is what I really, really wanted. I didn't know if in our price range we could get one, but we found one, and we're so in love with it. It needs a little work, but it is amazing. And so it's smaller. The main floor is smaller than what we have now, but I am obsessed with it. And so to me, that was the biggest thing, is I didn't want stairs, especially with my kids. Now, this house does have a basement, so it's like, yeah, I'd have to go down the stairs to do laundry, which is fine. But right now at my house, it's up and down the stairs all day long, and it's exhausting. So I wanted like the majority of my day to be spent upstairs. I didn't want a big deck that had a bunch of stairs outside, and so ours just goes straight outside. And yeah, that to me, that's the biggest thing that's exhausting, is one, size. I didn't want a house that was too big. Ours is not very big. And I want it to be all on one floor, all the main area. So eventually there's an unfinished basement in this house, so eventually we will have more space in the basement, but at that point my kids will be older, so it will be easier to like get around. And again, I'll probably spend most of my time upstairs. Yeah, so that to me is what I was looking for more friendly, is just less stairs, the least amount of stairs as possible. I just didn't want to end up in like an old neighborhood, as like an old folks neighborhood where it's like all one floor, but then like literally all your neighbors are really old, which would be great. But yeah, wanted some people around my age with kids and stuff, because yeah, sometimes I feel like I should be like 50 years older than I am. But yeah, it's just a one floor, and I'm super excited about it. Okay, I loved your decluttering videos. Does decluttering your stuff help you clean faster now? Yes. Okay, yes, for sure. Not as fast as I thought it would be, though. I really thought we got rid of so much stuff that my house would just clean itself. You know, you just think that's going to happen, and it doesn't. It definitely is faster, and I'm finding systems that work for me to get it done faster. But yeah, it definitely takes energy to get it clean, but it's important to me. I try to keep my house clean. So yeah, I keep going. Okay, next question. How do you work and make money? I'm struggling to work at my job right now and want to work from home. So yes, I make some money right now. I don't make tons of money, but I think over the next few years, I probably will make more. I work from home. I have a few businesses that I run, I guess you would call it. I tutor math, so I'm mostly high school students is who I tutor. I have a few younger, but I'm a high school math tutor. I used to be a high school math teacher before, I couldn't stand all day and got too sick. So I do that. I do it over video call, so it's super easy, and I only do that a few hours a week. And then I coach people who live chronically ill. So some of you guys are coached by me, and that is my favorite thing in the world. So I do that over video call and help people who live chronically ill to manage their pain and live a better life while living chronically ill. And then I make money from YouTube. So anytime you watch an ad on my channel, I make money. Sometimes I will do sponsored videos where a company will reach out to me. They will pay me some money to talk about a product. And yeah, it's just the dream job for me. I love it so much that I can put out free content and make money with it. Now, I did not start this to make money. I started it just as a way to kind of, I don't know, just to cope with my own problems. And I didn't really know how much you could make on YouTube, but turns out you can make a decent amount on YouTube. And so that's how I make money, and I love it so much. It doesn't really feel like work to me. None of my jobs really feel like work. But yeah, my husband says I'm like the side gig queen because I'm always doing side businesses. I also have an activewear business that I do, not actively. I still have stuff that sells, and so I package it and ship it, but I don't like actively run the business, if that makes sense. I don't market it, is just what I'm saying. And how else do I make money? I think that's all. I sell some courses, I sell some merchandise, so those are kind of all linked to YouTube, I guess. But yeah, the majority of my money I make right now is from YouTube, and yeah. It's the dream job. So if you guys want to support me for free, watch my ads. I would love that. And if you could like my videos and comment on them, that helps the YouTube algorithm a lot to get my videos seen more. And not only the more people that see it, of course, the more money I make, but more importantly is I want to help people who are living chronically ill to live a better life. That's just my goal, is to help you guys. And so, yeah, if you guys want to help me out, you could like my videos. That would be amazing. But yeah, I would say definitely the best job for someone who's chronically ill is something that you can do from home, and ideally something that you don't have a set schedule. I do a few things set schedule, coaching and tutoring, but everything else that I do is kind of scattered. So I can plan around if I'm not feeling very good, but I know I'm going to be tutoring in a couple hours, then I'll rest and not work on anything else. And yeah, so I just kind of like figure it out day by day. I do have a whole video on it. I will link it down below on working with chronic illness, where I go into more detail about how to make money. Okay, share more information about your food journey and how is that going? Yes, I would love to share more about my food journey. It's going. I'm definitely doing better. I feel like I used to have very negative thoughts about food. Sorry, if you're new and you haven't seen those videos, I had some very negative thoughts about food for a long time. I hated food, as in like I just would stress out about it. I didn't know what to eat or when to eat. It was just really bad. So yeah, I've had a lot of problems with food and my mindset around food. And so I've been working on that, and it is getting much, much better. I definitely don't blame myself anymore for feeling sick after eating. I don't blame myself for eating foods that are unhealthy or bad for me. And so I'm getting a lot better. And ideally, in the next few months, I'll be able to transition from working on my mindset around food to working around my physical health around food. So we'll see how that goes. Wow. Lots of questions that I had to answer. That I got to answer. It was awesome. But I feel like I don't have a voice anymore. I actually filmed this the same day I filmed the other two videos, other Q&As. I changed my shirt because I was sweating in the other one. And I'm really mad because I forgot to blur the background in those first two videos, and I thought I had everything set up perfectly. So I'm so mad at myself, but that's okay. I'm not redoing them because I'm exhausted and my head hurts, and I feel like I need to go drink a gallon of electrolytes because I am super thirsty and yeah, getting a little dehydrated. So I hope that answered all your questions. I'm sure there's more. If there are, leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them in a future video. You guys are amazing, and thank you for watching my videos. I will see you next time.